everyone, welcome to our show today. It's me and my violin, Bob, and today is learning violin with Lulu. But before we start, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't get to miss any video once we drop it out. So last week, I gave you a bit of a homework assignment to play the song that I played to you called French Folk Song. We can review it right now. Let's start. 1, 2, ready, and. Good job, everybody! And now that we've reviewed that, it's now time for us to learn how to hold the bow. So last time, when I was playing, I forgot to do the most important thing. How do we play? Where do we put our bow? So the bow is a very interesting thing because the violin bow, it has to be on the violin string, but it cannot be like here or here. So it was really interesting when we found out inside our orchestra class that we're supposed to play it in a specific way, because it's never really, I really didn't know. I just thought that violin, we just put the bow and play. But the most important thing for violin is that you have to learn where to play, to put your violin. Like for example, the violin cannot be in the following places. Way too close to the fingerboard, as we talked about last time. This is the fingerboard, in case you forgot, and this is the bridge. So the fingerboard, you're not supposed to be too close to it, or else it'll sound like. Too close to the bridge, or it'll sound like this. So, one thing you need to do when you play your violin is this. Make sure that it's not too close or not too far, or otherwise known as the Goldilocks spot, directly parallel to the fingerboard. To the bridge, sorry. To the bridge. So it sounds something like this. See the difference? One other thing you need to do is, let me move closer for you to see. My hand for the bow is supposed to be like this. Straight down. So, or also sound something like this. When you put it like two way out like this, it's going to sound like something like this. If you can see there, I was sliding because I was struggling to keep my bow on the right place. So I've been playing for 2 years, so I already know where and how you're supposed to put your bow placement. So it's supposed to be sounding something like this. That way, when you play your violin, you will be able to play it well because your bow will be straight, and so you won't be able to annoy your audience. Another thing I forgot to tell you, the fingerboard, the closer you are to the fingerboard, the lower the sound is. But the higher you are, closer to the bridge, the higher the music is. So you want to keep it in a Goldilocks spot, not too high and not too low. Or else it will either sound like a deep, deep singing voice, or fingerboards. Have you ever put your nails on a chalkboard? It sounds really annoying, especially when you're studying or something, but it sounds really terrible. So you want to keep your violin soothing and easier for other people to hear to other people. So now that we've learned that and we got that out of the way, I'm gonna teach you a new song. So if you remember from my other show, from the Beats show, please go check it out on Facebook. I did my first show. I was showing you the Joyful, Joyful We Adore Thee, written by Beethoven, and it went something like this. If you notice there, I played A in two different ways. The first way, I played A with the fourth finger A, as I taught you last episode, the fourth finger A. And this is the open A string. So, you're gonna, as you grow older and you become more into the Sinforoetta, honors, or other orchestras, you're gonna see that we use a lot of fourth finger. So, like for example, if you you're doing this is one of a segment that we're doing. As you can see, we were using a lot of fourth finger. There's a lot of fourth finger as you grow older. So you're gonna have to learn how to play it as you're doing right now and get used to it as a beginner. So when you go to other levels, you don't lose your fourth fingers. It'll be easier for you to continue playing. So that's why we're learning a lot of finger as we grow older. So one thing that we're gonna do is for example, Ode to Joy is you're gonna play fourth finger when you're doing the part, but when you go to you're gonna use open A. I'm gonna give you a minute to try it out. So, do you see the difference? You're doing well. So, now for our homework assignment for next week, when you're going to for our warm-ups, we're going to try to play the Ode to Joy. Practice, practice, practice. Keep on practicing, and I'll see you next week. But before we close our show, Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna give you 2 seconds for all the newcomers and even old comers to come and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Are you ready? 1, 2. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope you subscribe to us and continue playing your violin, and I wish you the best of luck. But please make sure to also follow us on Instagram. We have a Facebook, our bead show on Facebook, as I mentioned earlier. And we also have YouTube, where you are right now. So please follow us and continue checking us out for more. And sneak peeks also are uploaded on Instagram. So come check out our sneak peeks and Instagram and on Facebook. Thank you so much.